I would also go with this one. If you look at how the Raiders played that game, they couldn't run the ball for shit. Josh Jacobs, 9 carries, 40 yards. And on Sunday night, Josh Jacobs is going. Alex Leatherwood's got kicked into guard, so he's been really good in the run blocking. Still kind of questionable in pass
Shaky.
blocking,
Yeah.
but you guys got to run the ball. I think that opens up the pass game because look, if Zach Taylor and the Bengals allow Waller to have this type of game, you're a fucking clown because
Yeah.
he killed you all last time. You have to adjust, and now it's going to be interesting to see what little wrinkles are the Raiders going to put in. So it's like, oh, we know you're taking away Water. Let's get Renfro for 15. Let's get Brian Edwards for 10. Deshaun Jackson, deep shot. That
Yeah.
to me is going to be interesting because you can account, hey, we know Waller had a big game. So Zach Taylor fucking knows it. So he
Yeah.
knows we
Well,
got to
tight ends
take
have
care
been
of this
having
guy.
big games all year against them. They
Yeah,
know.
but I agree
Definitely.
100%. Like George Kittle killed him when he had like 200 yards.
Kelsey, Andrews,
Yeah.
all of them.
So it's time for the Bengals to identify their weakness, which is the tight end. Try to limit Darren. You can't hold Darren Waller without a catch. In today's NFL, these playmakers are so good, offenses are so good, but you got to limit them. You can't let Darren Waller get 7 for 115 again. And I like the point you made, Juan, with, hey, the Raiders on big plays. Think about the last drive of the Chargers game, Juan. 19 plays for 76 yards.
Yeah.
It's not, we went down the field in 6 plays for 80
And
yards.
it seemed like every single freaking chunk of yardage came on fourth down.
Yeah, exactly. And this Bengal offense, which I love, you love T. Higgins, love
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. They can be explosive. And when they're explosive is when they're best. So they have to be okay dinking and dunking the Raiders. And I don't know if they are. Right now, I'm going to go with the Bengal. No, you know what? If you're going to pick the Raiders one, not to be a hoe, I'll ride with you on that one.
No, you can't ride. You can't ride on this shit,
I'm
dog.
not
There ain't
I'm
no
not
more
going to do
room.
everyone. But on
Look,
this one,
look,
just
look,
because it's
look.
the Raiders, I'll go with you. So that
No,
way you won't hate me.
look, I really do think the Raiders got the most perfect matchup. In basketball, especially, in 7-game series, what's the biggest thing, Max? We're always talking about. We're talking about matchups. What does
Mhm.
it come down to? Matchups. And I think this is a great matchup for the Raiders. You look on it on paper. Yeah, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Look at all these stats. Look how many yards he has thrown for. But if you really look deeper into the matchup, just a lot of the things that the Bengals love to do, the Raiders can stop. They limit big plays. They're not gonna blitz a whole lot. They're in the NFL, the Raiders blitz the least amount out of any team. They're not going to let you beat them deep. They're always going to play safe coverage, and you're going to have to dink and dunk us to death. And I just think it's a bad recipe for the Bengals. Now, on the offensive side, I know you brought up Waller, you brought up all that. I think another thing to consider, Derek Carr's not good in cold weather. I want to say he's winless in games under, I want to say about 35
Well,
degrees.
28 degrees is the prediction for the game with a chance of snow showers. And I don't know who that favorite. I mean, at that point, it's going to come down to who can run the ball better.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But
Look,
I
I
mean,
agree
Derek
with you
Carr
though.
needs
This
to
is the
change that
best.
narrative.
Yeah, this is the best matchup you guys could have got because I would not have been confident one if you guys played the Chiefs, if you guys played the Bills. But they're a young team. Bengals have never been in this position before. They're very young. Zach Taylor, first game too. The Raiders, no one believes in them, and that's powerful. Maybe it's like, hey, it's us against the world. Let's go out there. It wasn't a blowout. Don't let the 19 points fool you. This was a
Yeah.
close game.
Yeah. And just to put more things in perspective that I looked at, McPherson, their rookie kicker, who's
Mm-hmm.
had a great year, man. He made 3 50-plus yard field goals in that game, tied the NFL record.
Wow.
That
That's
just
that's
goes to
hard to
show
see
you.
replicating in shitty conditions in a playoff game. That's hard to
And I
for
mean,
me to
that
see
just
be
goes to show
replicated.
you how much the Bengals got bailed out. They were barely getting those field goals in the beginning. I mean, that's 9 points. To me, it was a really close game, man. I can't wait to see it. Penalties are going to play a big problem with the Raiders. Hopefully, they don't get a lot of penalties, but I'm excited. I'm going to roll with the Raiders, man. I like the matchup. I'm trying to sound unbiased as possible, but I truly believe the matchup for the Raiders just goes in their favor, man. I'm not that scared of the big play ability because the Raiders limit big plays all year. I'll be shocked if Jamar Chase gets a bigger play than 15 yards in this game. That's how confident.
Go ahead and clip that one so we can play that either in victory or defeat. I too am going to go with the Raiders one, and I'm just going to go with them. I'm going to roll with you guys, not trying to win on the picks. Just this is me being for real. But I'm going to go with the Raiders. It's not that I don't believe in the Bengals. I feel like I'm a little scared of this aspect of it. One, the Raiders, like we just had our big emotional game on last Sunday night. It was crazy. Maybe they're a little drained, but I
Short
don't think
week.
that's going to happen because it's a playoff game. Everyone's going to be hyped up, ready to play. I can't really see the Raiders coming out flat in this game. So I'm going with the Raiders 21-18. And I have a question before we move on to this game, but give me your score first.
I'm going to go Raiders 29, Bengals 21.
Finish this sentence for me, one. The Raiders win this game if
the offensive line protects Carr.
I like that. So on the opposite side, would you say, and the Bengals lose this game if they can't protect Burrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would go with
I
that.
know what the defense is going to do. I know the way that we're going to lose this game is our offensive line. Hendrickson got pressure on Carr last time to end the game on a strip sack fumble. That's the Raiders' key, man. If Carr doesn't have time to make plays, we can't do anything. It's not going to happen. Like, I believe that Carr, if it's a good enough day, weather-wise, he can throw the ball on this team, but he needs time. I don't necessarily think it's like last week where we have to establish the run game. Like Jacobs has to get 100+ yards. I don't believe that. I think Jacobs can get about 70+ yards as long as it's like consistent. You know what I mean? 4 yards here, 3 yards there. It doesn't have to be a huge day by him. But Carr needs to get rid of that narrative in cold weather. Like you said, chance
I
of
don't
snow.
even think that's the narrative. I think the narrative is Derek Carr is not a good quarterback. He's just he's
ever
he's
since
whatever.
Fresno State. Ever since Fresno State, he's been struggling.
I mean, he was going to win MVP one year, and still people didn't like believe in him. So, but I think this is going to be a good. I think all the games are going to be good, honestly, except for maybe the Steelers one. So I'm excited for that one. I know you're going to be excited. This is your second playoff game of your life, right?
I can't wait, dude.
I mean, it's a little different. Just to get a little background of the third string quarterback for the Raiders starting a playoff game, so it's a little different.